So, welcome Albert Webster, driver from the JCW MINI Challenge Sport category. End of another season, mate. How's it going?
It's not been the worst season. We did very well in the races we completed. 9 wins this year. So, yeah, a lot to, hold to myself. I've done well. A lot to improve on with me and the team, build on it from this year onto next. So, yeah, it's been a good year. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was an interesting one because obviously the season didn't start how you would have wanted it to, obviously, and I know we've discussed this a few times in different interviews and stuff. But then after that, when you got back on track, it was a lot about sort of getting things back on track and back on the schedule, really, wasn't it? And getting that success that you knew you deserved because pace was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. After the missing races at Donington and Brands, coming back to Snetterton, with the 4 wins, it just set me off straight away. Again, I had the confidence in the car, I had the confidence in myself, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. Bringing back to the rest of the season, yeah, I really enjoyed it again. I got a few more wins after that one, after that weekend. So um, really enjoyed it throughout the year. Yeah, it was a good year, to be fair. So yeah, it's good.
And your first season on the Toka package as well. I mean, that in itself is a great experience for any up and coming driver, really, isn't it? Because it's just something else about it, isn't it? Being on that package, it's a great experience, isn't it?
Yeah, the Toka package is amazing. With everyone there, there's thousands of people every weekend in, weekend out. Yeah, it makes it so much better experience for me, at least. Just meeting the fans, meeting the people coming up to us for photos. We had lots of stickers out this weekend, every weekend, with from the car, so we giving them out. And yeah, it's a big jump from the club stuff we were doing the year before. But really enjoyed Toka in the sales. They helped us out a lot, and so did Mini. Yeah, it's a lot to get used to, especially getting off a small club event. So yeah, really enjoyed it. It's a lot of learning for us as a team and as an organisation. Yeah, really enjoyed it. And yeah, Toka is the place to be in the UK, at least. So if we can get onto it next year, that would be amazing as well.
Yeah, for sure. Did you notice sort of the weekends are quite full on for you now as a driver, especially being on the Toka package? Because it was a lot more than just driving, isn't it? When you're there.
Oh yeah, so as soon as you wake up, you come down and there's people already walking around the cars, around the awnings and everything. And with us within our team, we were having meet and greets all the time. We had the car out in a paddock. People coming up to it, photos, pictures, signing stuff, getting everything. Whereas other teams have their cars hidden away from everyone. We like to get everyone involved, getting people inside the car, seeing what it's all about. Meeting the team, meeting everyone. So when we obviously didn't have any damage, the car was okay, ready to go again. We had it out straight away as soon as we could, getting people in and around it. So, it's a lot of things to do within that as well. We were helping out Mini because I won the scholarship at the start of this year. So I was helping them, getting more people and more drivers involved with the Mini Challenge. So I was speaking to drivers all the time through that. And, there's a lot going on. If we went up to the Mini Accelerate stand and we're having a talk on there. So yeah, there was a lot going on. As long as I kept composure, there's obviously, we had to make sure that I was ready for everything at all times. But it was good fun. A big learning experience for us, at least.
Yeah, definitely. Like, obviously, very busy, but how important is it to engage with fans, with spectators, with people coming to look around the car? Because I think that's a real positive of the Toka package because it's so accessible, and you as a driver and a team need to buy into that, really, don't you?
Oh, 100%. So yeah, a lot of the teams, as I said, hide their cars away a little bit and try and make it more like, not saying they're making it a really professional sort of thing, whereas we like to make it all inclusive. Everyone comes, everyone enjoys themselves, everyone has photos, does all of that. So we make it more of a fun experience for everyone. They can, instead of just looking at their cars, they can sit inside, have a look inside, get photos, get pictures, get everything they want to, videos. It just makes it a little bit more better experience for them. It makes us a little bit more memorable. So then they go, oh, we enjoyed staying with them, enjoyed speaking to them. So they then support us, and it just builds up my following and builds up the team's just all round people around us, and people just liking us. Really, it just makes it a bit better for us and makes it more enjoyable, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and as well as all of that, you guys were still running at a really professional level. You know, the JCWs is a huge category. It's the step below British touring cars. So it must be really rewarding for you guys fighting with the likes of Napa or Accelerate and all those top teams. That must be pretty cool as well on a touring car weekend.
Yeah, it's amazing, especially our first year in it, coming in and being so competitive straight away. It's just allowed us to, not shy away from everything. If we were just poodling around at the back, not knowing what to do and everything like that, it'd be a bit of a different experience. But because we won 9 out of the 19 races this year, I think that's just given us a bit of a boost going, it doesn't matter then that we're not one of these big names, but we have the pace, we have the knowledge and expertise to go up to that pace and show them how it's done.
You obviously mentioned how many race wins you clocked up this year. Are stats important to you, both from a personal point of view, looking back, and then also from an advertisement point of view to potential sponsors to really sell yourself?
Yeah, I think it is. It makes me feel a little bit better about what happened at the start of the year. It makes me feel confident if we can get into next year and do that. With that, it just it gives me that little boost of confidence, and I think sponsors can clinch onto that and go, if they do find me as a driver and go, my driver's done this, my driver's done that, won this, how many races and everything, it can sort of like show off to everyone else and give them a bit of something to really feel and enjoy about me and our team, because we're only a little team. Like I've said, we're only a little team, but we have so much confidence and expertise and skill to run with these top teams with so much more experience in this specific category. I think it's helpful for us, making sure that we do have good stats in this sort of area, especially our first year in it, like I've said. But yeah, it just makes us a little bit more confident going into next year.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a great category in the sense that, you've got a real mix of drivers and teams competing all together, for the championship. Looking back on the season as a whole, though, what would you say was the highlight for you looking back? What do you look back on most fondly now?
Oh, I think it's got to be the Snetterton for our 4 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it was my comeback weekend. Then coming back from the crash, making Mitty. I was quite scared of the car after getting back into that. But getting back into it, winning 4 out of 4, one race by 38 seconds. I think that one really got me, because I think it's the biggest win I've ever heard of. So getting me to do that and racing with the few JCWs that I did in that race, I raced with full spec JCWs. So it gave me a lot of confidence and set me up for the rest of the year, I think.
Was that a lot of weight then off your shoulders after that Snetterton weekend, after all the sort of nerves and stress leading up to it?
Oh, 100%. Because after we fixed the car, we were already at Brands, and then obviously I wasn't medically cleared, so I wasn't allowed to race. But making sure that I was back at Snetterton, ready to go as fast as I possibly could, has helped me a lot. So it's allowed me to not worry about what happened before and just go out and race.
Yeah, definitely. It was a really interesting season, and madness how quickly it actually went, to be fair. Looking ahead now, we're into the off season. What are things looking like for you at the minute? Obviously, I'm not going to ask you completely what you're doing, but I imagine there's a real aim and desire to get back in the minis or back on track next year, isn't there?
Oh, 100%. We're trying, we've got a few different opportunities coming up for us. We're trying to get new sponsors in all the time. I'm away working a lot, doing different things as well as coaching. So, it's really, it's a busy off season for us, especially trying to get back onto the TOCA package, because it's a lot of money to go racing with the minis, but, it's the best way to get onto TOCA, and it's the way I feel like I could do the best on it. So as long as I can go out there and do my best, show my best showing on track, and then come back in and throughout the winter season do my best to try and get the sponsors and the funds to go racing next year, would be is the ideal and the goal.
Yeah, well, I hope it all goes well because I know there's a lot of work and effort and time that goes into this time of year, and it's sort of like, as you say, it's a lot easier said than done. So just on that note, just to round out this interview, if there's anyone you want to give a mention to, a shout out to, this is your time because I always try and allow a bit of time on these interviews for these kind of occasions.
That's it. That's brilliant. Thank you, Louis. Yeah, JLW for helping me out this year. They've done a blinding job getting the car ready and fast every weekend. Jellyfish for making it look amazing, especially at the last round at Brands Hatch with the full new livery. That stood out for me. Everyone enjoyed it. Everyone liked it. So they've done an amazing job this year with us. Southeast Timber and Jam, my mum and dad's business. They've helped us out a lot, and everyone who's helped us throughout the year, Madison, Sean Reynolds with Reynolds Dryline. So everyone there has helped us out loads this year.
Oh, good man. Well, it's been great to have a chat about this very interesting season you've had. And yeah, best of luck, obviously, for the coming months because I know it's going to be a busy time, but I'm sure you guys will be all good. And I look forward to seeing you somewhere next season, hopefully.
Yes, that's it, Louis. Brilliant. Thank you, mate.